Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, March 30th, 2020. Tomorrow is March 31st, and then March is over. Can anyone tell me what the next month is after March? Try to think. If you said April, you're correct. Now today I'm going to read a couple books about dragons. And after I read the books, I have a fun activity for you to do on a second video called Dragons Part 2. So the first book I'm going to read to you is called There's No Such Thing as a Dragon. The person who wrote it is Jack Kent. Let's see if you can see those pictures. Billy Bixby was rather surprised when he woke up one morning and he found a dragon in his room. It was a small dragon. The dragon was about the size of a cat. The dragon wagged its tail happily when Billy patted it on his head, and when Billy went downstairs to tell his mother said, "Billy, there's no such thing as a dragon." And she said it like she really meant it. She did not believe him. So Billy went back to his room and he began to get dressed. The dragon came up close to Billy and wagged its tail, but Billy, he didn't pat it because if there's no such thing as a dragon, it's kind of silly to pat your dragon on the head. Billy washed his face and hands and went down to breakfast. The dragon went too, but this time, the dragon started looking bigger. He was almost the size of a dog. Billy sat down at the table. The dragon sat down on the table. This sort of thing was not usually permitted. His mom didn't like that. I'm going to turn this way so you can see the picture. But there wasn't much Billy's mother could do about it. She had already said there's no such thing as a dragon. And if there's no such thing, you can't really tell it to get off the table. Mother made some pancakes for Billy. Oh, look at that big stack of pancakes. Oh my goodness. But the dragon ate them all. They're gone already. And then Mother made some more, but the dragon ate those too. Mother kept making pancakes until she ran out of pancake batter. Billy only got to eat one pancake, but he said that was all he really wanted anyway. Can you see where Billy is? There he is. He's hiding under the table with his one pancake. Billy then went upstairs to brush his teeth. Mother started clearing the table. The dragon, who was quite as big as Mother by this time, made himself comfortable on the hall rug and decided to go to sleep. Well, by the time Billy came back downstairs, the dragon had grown so much that he filled up the whole hall. Billy had to go around by way of the living room to go where his mother was. "I didn't know dragons grew so fast," said Billy. "There's no such thing as a dragon," said Billy's mommy firmly. Now, cleaning downstairs took Mommy a long time with the dragon in the way. Look at that. And having to climb in and out of windows just to get from room to room because the dragon was taking up all the space. Well, by noon, the dragon filled the house. Its head hung out the front door and its tail hung out the back door. And there wasn't a room in the house that didn't have some part of a dragon in it. Well, when the dragon woke up from his nap, he was so hungry, and he saw a bakery truck, a bread truck went by. Well, the smell of fresh bread was more than the dragon could resist. He ran down the street after the bakery truck, and the house went along, of course, just like the shell of a snail. The mailman was just coming up the path with some mail for the Bixbys when their house rushed past him and headed down the street. He chased the Bixby's house for a few blocks, but he just couldn't catch it. And when Mr. Bixby came home for lunch, the first thing he noticed, his house was gone. Luckily, one of the neighbors was able to tell him which way the house went. How silly is that? When Mr. Bixby got in his car and went looking for the house, he studied all the houses as he drove by. Finally, he saw one that looked familiar, and there were Billy and Mrs. Bixby waving from an upstairs window. Mr. Bixby climbed over the dragon's head onto the porch roof and right through the upstairs window. "How did this happen?" Mr. Bixby asked. "It was the dragon," Billy said. "Well, there's no such thing," Mother started to say. "But there is a dragon," Billy insisted, "a very big dragon." And Billy patted the dragon right on his head. The dragon wagged its tail happily. Then, even faster than it had grown, the dragon started getting smaller. Soon, it was kitten size again. Bailey was on the bottom. "Well, I don't mind dragons this size," said Mother. "That size is fine. Why did he have to grow so big?" "I'm not sure," said Billy, "but I think he just wanted to be noticed." The end. I'm going to turn this off and then I'm going to read one more book about dragons, one or two. Bye.